following podcast may contain some adult language. You've been warned.
Welcome to Finding the Narrative, Genesys RPG Podcast. This is a show dedicated to the Genesys Role Playing System, created by Fantasy Flight Games and produced by Edge Studio. A show in which we, your hosts, discuss all things Genesys from both the player's and GM's perspective. At least normally we do. I am Tony Fanning, and with me as always are my good friends and co-hosts, Chris Holmes and Stefan Dragonspawn. How are we doing on this fine Halloween evening, homie?
I'm doing pretty good. How do we do this again? It's been a while. Sorry, everybody. Take a bit of a break. I do have orange on. It is my drinking Fireball solves most of my problems.
Oh,
Casting Fireball solves the rest of them. Shirt. And speaking of which, yeah, so been playing some games, took a little break and whatever, but last night started D&D 5e, new campaign, buddy Jason running it, doing a Wild Beyond the Witchlight, had the carnival. Tony, you were here, visited last weekend, and you got to experience how we do gaming here at Homie's place. You had a mild case of the meat sweats, which is great. So last night I did the whole, hey, let's do like fair food. So got out both air fryers, did corn dogs. Buddy Kyle brought over Bavarian pretzels. I had, I don't know, fucking pale ale battered fries. Did burgers, and I believe there is a recording out on the internet somewhere of this. I did funnel cakes in a pan. Now my buddy Drew wanted to tape it just in case he got witness that I burned down the house. Gamers beware, you should not do this at home. But they turned out pretty fucking good. But it was pretty awesome. And I was going to say something. I did say something off air, but I don't want to spoil the adventure for everybody. Let's just say my little halfling Nicholas Sugardough, his fairy name is Jellybean Starfish. So that is fantastic.
Nice.
Stefan, speaking of Jellybean Starfishes, Stefan,
Yes.
how are you doing? Or shall I say fairies? No, just kidding.
Hey.
Hey,
He's Faye. He's Faye.
he's
Faye.
Faye. He's Faye.
It's all Faye.
You
No,
were saying that
I'm-
remark.
Yes,
So
I do. I'm good. The same weekend that you had Tony over, I invited Daryl and a few other friends from Toronto, and we had our own little cottage con.
Sweet.
And we did a lot of gaming. Yeah, so Corey and Emma came over, and we didn't actually play role-playing games. They were on the docket unofficially or tentatively, but we played instead a lot of other card games, board games, Munchkin, Cards Against Humanity, Unstable Unicorns, and everyone's favorite apparently, Dice Thrones. Which is kind of cool.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So we played quite a few games of that. They all got familiar enough because I had season 2 box set of that. So 8 characters to choose from. And Daryl, when he arrived, he had gotten me, which as an early birthday / Christmas gift, the Dice Throne Adventures box set.
Cool.
Nice.
It's like you can play cooperatively, playing this whole campaign almost one scenario after another.
Got a bunch of
And
sharp-looking minis.
Oh yeah, they're pretty
Yeah,
cool.
they do.
They're pretty cool. They're not 3D minis, but they're stand-ups like flats, but they're still pretty nice. So no, we had a lot of fun playing that, and of course, good food and plenty of booze.
Awesome. Oh, and by the way, Stefan, you might want to get in on that Marvel's Dice Throne Kickstarter too. Just to let you know.
I look at that. I'm not sure. There's still a lot of money, but yeah, I'm going to get maybe eventually the season 1.
Mhm.
Get all the other characters from Dice Throne. Lots of
Yeah.
to choose from there. But yeah,
Yeah,
lots of
like
fun.
everyone seems to nowadays, they got a Marvel license, so they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
We've got
not?
it. Yeah.
It's a good game.
And Tony, oh yeah, it's very good. Good combination of cards and dice, Yahtzee kind of mechanics to make combinations. Really cool. And what about you, Tony? I know, other than the visit to Homie, how have you been doing?
Well, yeah, it was an awesome visit. I hadn't flown anywhere since the early 2000s. Actually, I think it was the last century, the last time I flew somewhere.
Mm.
And I don't know, it was nice just to get out and travel. And it was really nice because the lead up to it was like 6 weeks of straight, just nothing but work.
Mhm.
But been back to face gaming a little bit more. That's enjoyed.
Good.
Been
Nothing
doing
like it.
a few things outside of my wheelbox as far as like gaming goes. I can't really discuss, but I'm enjoying that. And yeah, it's just been fun.
Good.
Excellent.
Had a fun
Awesome.
time. It was a nice little break, and I'm ready to dig back in and
Awesome.
finish this. Now, what I
What
did
we
say at
have
the
for you?
top,
What do we have for you today? Yeah. What do
we
have for you
have
today?
my son Sean on board again. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Yes, welcome back.
Thank you.
And
Glad to be back.
We will be doing part 4 of Secret of the Moon Door, Homie's Primeval Thule actual play.
Oh,
And
yeah.
hopefully it's a awesome Halloween themed. I have my demon background and my Rob Zombie Say You Love Satan t-shirt on, so I am ready to rock it. The Halloween theme.
Fantastic. Yeah. So just to kind of get you all up to speed as to kind of what happened in a quick little overview, your benefactor, I think more for Fazil than the rest of you, more of a mentor for you, Gillian, one of your professors, mentor at the college in ICATH, was kidnapped. You all had followed her across the jungles of Darmesh, with the help of Zafalo's tribe and the expertise of Lydiara, and her expertise as a scout and druid, right?
Essentially a druid.
Essentially a druid, yeah, and getting you all quickly across those jungles to the southern part of Lake Hall, south of the town of Ayanari, where you guys had come to a temple older looking structure. And I'll share the map here and Fantasy Grounds with you guys. Hopefully that'll share quickly.
Yes.
And I believe at the end of the last session, Lydiara sent your owl Gizmo up to one of the windows here. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of a go back here. What you saw, what you see, is actually there is a moon, maybe a full moon almost kind of coming out. There's moonlight coming in through these windows, and what you're seeing through Gizmo's eyes is this this little witch doctor looking halfling pygmy dude, leading a tribal dance-ish kind of chant for about 8 of these little sharp teeth bastards.
Kalima.
Kalima. There's they are just kind of doing their little kind of primal dance thing, in front of this altar. And back on this wall here, where I've got the little pointer pointing next to that number 7, is a plate, if you will, kind of on the wall there. And I think you rolled really well. And you see like there's this small little like keyhole maybe thing in this, like in the center of this plate. And that's kind of what you see. That's kind of where we left off. So with Gizmo giving you that sensory input, what would you like to do at this point there, Lydiara? And the rest of you guys, I have your tokens kind of back. You guys are kind of back a little bit off the map in the woods here. Just kind of waiting. What would you like to do?
First player.
Yeah, I know.
Well, for Lydiara.
I would convey the information being given to me or that I can see through Gizmo's eyes.
Okay.
To those around me. And then I'd probably call Gizmo back.
Okay.
If they are performing a dark ritual, we must invade now.
Okay. Now, the entrance that you see, it looks like there's like a couple of like double front doors have been kind of like pushed in, almost kind of fallen off the hinges. They're kind of a stone wooden, this is mainly a stone structure that's kind of collapsing a little bit. But the wood is old, for these doors, and they've been kind of pushed in. There's there's a window kind of like in the back here and here. And then like these pillars, these 4 pillars in front are just kind of holding up like a little like overhead kind of ceiling thing off the front. But it does kind of open up into kind of the darkness here. And it is nighttime. No, other than the moonlight kind of coming down into the clearing here, not much light, no like torchlight inside. Though in that room, I will say there are a couple torches lighting that main room, but the rest of it behind it, you did see, Lydiara, is dark, and it is dark beyond those the doors going in.
All right. You won't see us.
How do you guys want to approach it? How do you guys want to approach this?
Well, if they don't stop me, my usual gusto will be to lead and not care about stealth.
Okay. So once you get up I'll go ahead and reveal a bit more of the map as you get up there then. If you want to move on up to the front, you'll be able to see kind of the front entrance as you're looking in. Be able to see to either side. So this room here, sorry, this entryway, if you will, has there are some it's like a large foyer that you would see kind of maybe going into like a temple. There are 2 stone doors on either side, like you could see to the left and to the right. There are 4 large statues that are along the walls here, where you could see kind of jutting out from the wall here, those there against the opposite wall there. And each statue depicts a tall, beautiful woman in robes. Each in like a different pose. As like a different profession. One is like a wise healer, another one a caring mother, another one a amorous lover, and another one a huntress armed with a bow. And then there's, the dead leaves and dirt that have blown in or whatever, just kind of are scattered throughout with like cracks in the floor in here as well.
So I would like to determine from what I see here, if I can determine, I would like to know if I could determine what religious affiliation this temple is.
Absolutely. Why don't you make that would be an average religion check. And I have the dice, and I have the story point pool set up. You guys have 3. I have the 1.
Looks like Lydiara that we'll have to accompany our headstrong friend before he gets into trouble. And Zafalo will move up.
I would say with the research that you guys had done, and granted it was a couple weeks ago, but still it's slightly fresh on your mind. You've been thinking about it. You've been approaching this place. I'll give you a boost die because you are a religious person as well. And if you want to add the boost die, the pool looks good to me.
Okay, so I was just checking my abilities here. I have one that is Guardian of the 9 is my background or whatever.
Okay, what does that do?
And checking now. Mind clearing, banisher of horrors. Okay, I'm good. I have not. The boost die is not applied to this, so just the 1. Okay, it's not applied to religion checks. It's applied to divine magical checks.
So, got it. Okay.
All right then. I'm happy you're happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I had 2 yellow, 2 purple, and a boost die, and I ended up with just 2 advantage. So I failed to understand exactly what purpose this temple may have, but I'd like to spend my 2 advantage to perhaps get a general feeling of whether I should put up my ward or not before we go in. Like, is the magic of this place going to prevent me from casting spells?
That would be a no.
Okay.
You don't get a sense of there being a this temple being like a font of magic right now.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like it has been desecrated or anything like that. It's you don't get a sense that there is a something sucking all the magical energies around. You're not getting that right now.
Very well then. Okay. I will draw my gladius in one hand and carry my holy symbol in the other.
Okay. So
let the other 2 do something.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do? You guys enter the front, all of you.
Seeing.
Now, just to let you know, these squares are 10-foot squares, and your tokens are really big, but that's the smallest I can get them. So you guys are actually about half the size of these squares. So this is really big. This place is really big. Just to let you know, the scale is really off.
You can, if we zoom the map in, it doesn't change the size of our tokens. Just so you know.
Oh, so then it does kind of become a bit.
So
those are 10-foot squares. If that helps.
Yeah, there you go.
Then,
I know I zoomed in, so I'll move up to the door and start listening in. And
so go ahead and move where you guys are going to move. So,
with seeing Vazil draw his weapons, I will
bow and arrow ready.
I will do a bit of magic here and try and transform myself.
Okay. Would you like Gizmo? Do you want Gizmo to be at that other?
No, I
window,
called him back. He would be back here by my gear.
All right, I'll go ahead and move Gizmo back by you.
Because the transform I'm doing here
There you
doesn't
go.
have my gear.
Okay. And your
'Cause-
gear is going to be kind of where you're at right now?
Yep, my gear is gonna be left where I am.
Okay, so then go ahead and make that check.
'Cause I am going to. So normally difficulty's 2, but my druidic totem reduces difficulty by 1. I will do characteristic retention, which allows me to keep my intellect and willpower while I'm in that form. That increases it by 1, and then I will also add dire form for another 1.
Okay. Well, I'm going to spend that GM story point because Thule. So why don't you upgrade that puppy? And because you are making it so for everybody at home listening to this, this is going to be a hard difficulty. So after this check, there is going to be a discipline check to be made
Right.
because of the magic in Thule could present some madness. We'll see. Other than that, the pool looks good to me.
Yeah, feel free to spend one back.
I'm just making some
making sure.
quick glances at all my stuff. It's been a while since I've played, so I
has,
don't
I know.
remember what.
I understand. Take your time.
This is not considered.
And then while you're doing that, to follow energy, a perception check. Make it make an average. It'll be get an average check ready.
I will also spend a story
ahead.
point, by the way, to upgrade.
Sounds good.
And
So go ahead and
I think this is
if
good.
you're ready, Sean, go ahead and roll yours. And then Stefan, when he's done, you can roll yours. That looks good.
Mhm.
Okay. You did not.
Everything
so
canceled out?
That's a fanning roll for sure.
Of course.
Why don't you get an easy discipline check ready as well? For the
What are you
casting
saying?
of hard magic.
My bloodline is poisoned?
Go ahead,
just
Cephalo.
mildly cursed, I think.
Is it
All right.
Cephalo or Zephalo?
Zephalo.
Zephalo.
Right. Yes.
All right.
All
The
right, so let's go.
emphasis is on the correct syllable.
Exactly. Syllable, yeah.
Syllable. Okay, got to make
All
sure.
right, so I've got my perception checks: 2 yellow, a green, and 2 purple. All right. I'm
All
good
right.
too. There, let's
Yep.
go. There we go.
Awesome sauce. Yeah,
3
you hear
successes and a threat.
you do hear the so take a strain because as you kind of approach the entrance here and kind of start to kind of take a step in,
Yeah.
though those are stone
worried.
doors, it's settled down. It's they're not sealed stone doors. You do hear the chanting of the tribal dance that those primal little halflings are doing
Right.
beyond those doors, and it's a little unsettling. Okay, Lydiara, you have that discipline check going, and that looks good. Yes. Okay, so you succeeded with a triumph. What would you like to do with that triumph?
I have no idea.
Why don't we say this is a madness check that you're doing this on?
Yeah, so you succeed on resisting that.
We could say that
Okay.
we'll say your next, you don't have to make a discipline check on your next hard, your next check, magic check. Then if it's like harder
or higher.
higher.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Okay, gonna do it again.
Steeled your mind, and I don't detect any immediate danger in this room.
You're not detecting anything in this room.
All right. So I motion to the other two.
And
It's
then
safe.
and that check looks good to me. I won't upgrade this one because of the triumph.
Because, I would like to try again.
Go ahead. All right, much
3
better.
successes,
Ah.
2 threat.
Oh.
There we go.
Though pushing through the madness, it does cost you a couple extra strain, though, to get
So
this
it's
magic
normally
off.
2,
So
right?
normally 2, and it's going to cost an extra 2, though. So the strain is getting up there on you. But you are what? Are you a kitty cat?
So that was the exact same with retained characteristics and dire form. So I'm a dire panther right now,
the dire panther.
which
Nice.
means my size is increased by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check here because there's a couple things that come with it.
Okay.
My damage is increased by 3. My soak is increased by 1. My wound threshold is increased by 6, and my silhouette is increased by 1. So I'm a silhouette 2 panther.
Gotcha. And I'm pretty sure we were using that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, looks like
Okay.
it. Panther.
And you are a bit bigger. So go ahead and here, I'll go ahead and remove your token, and you can move your kitty. Can you move the kitty cat token around? Or am I going to need to move that for you? You got it. Okay, cool. All right, where are you guys going?
Oh. This fellow has
To follow
seen
Zszree?
Lydiara transform, so he's confident that we'll be able to handle all of this now.
Awesome.
And he steps up and over the rubble,
Mhm.
bow at the ready, and
Okay.
motions to
Yep.
Zeal to follow quietly.
You going to the right? To the
I'm
door
going to
on
the right.
then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you go up to the door, and as you get closer, you can
Mhm.
definitely hear the chanting, and you kind of crack it. You kind of crack it open a little bit.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and reveal a bit more of the map here.
All right. I'll move next to the door and just pretend that I'm peering through the crack.
And the torchlight and whatever being in there. I think it's control.
Control
Oh,
Alt
that puts
Delete.
it. No, I think it's alt. No, shift. Allows me to. Oh yeah, alt. That allows me to freehand it. So you're kind of looking through.
Mhm.
So that's kind of what you're seeing there. I'll say that all that is kind of revealed, and then you're kind of seeing the edge of, and we'll kind of move these guys in more of like a grid, kind of in front of their leader,
Mm-hmm.
Something like, I don't know, something like that,
Sounds good.
just kind of moving around. You're kind of seeing some movement. The
Shadows like, from
more of the shadows.
torchlight. Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
they're
they're-
more a little over this way,
yeah.
but more of like the shadows, kind of their
Yeah.
silhouette of their shadows moving around
While they're dancing
around,
to the music.
while they're dancing to the yes, more of not like it's more of them all a deep guttural kind of boom, doing that kind of thing.
So you guys hear Temple of Doom, but every time I have one of these where it's a jungle ritual, I think the damn chant from Scooby Doo.
I know exactly which one you're
Oh.
talking about.
What?
And I think the exact same thing.
Right, it's
Because
not
I
the-
grew up, or my child here grew up being a Scooby Doo addict, and he
Still
he
am.
might have made me watch that movie about 1,000 times in his childhood. Every time I hear jungle ritual,
That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Could
Okay,
be a night
guys.
at the Roxbury. What is love? Don't hurt
Please
me.
no.
We'll see. Okay, so what would
All right.
y'all? I mean, what would you guys want to do here? Then
Well,
I know one of you does not really care about stealth.
Well, I'm going to
But we
grant
could
my
surprise
friends
them.
I'm going to grant my friends the blessing of Tarhun. I'm going to just say a
Okay.
prayer for them.
Mhm.
I'm not actually casting a spell. What I am doing is bestowing upon them my gift of flight
Oh.
that is granted by my God
Okay.
through a prayer.
Awesome.
That is granted by my elementalist supreme talent. If you'd like, homie, we can roll it out, but normally the talent doesn't require that a roll be made for this. But since it's Thule,
I'm good with it.
but I worship the god of storms, so storm winds buffet
I'm
their
liking
fur and or hair, and I say,
You may take wing upon the winds of Tarhun.
And as you guys are kind of listening to him say this, settling down, you're kind of finding your moment to go in there.
Yeah.
You're at the entrance, Liara, and the wind outside picks up. The moonlight kind of dims a bit, and you kind of glance back up, and storm clouds kind of cover the moon a bit, and you feel the static, electricity, whatever, the hairs kind of on your paws, whatever, neck, back, both of you, all of you feel it, and you feel a little lighter on your feet a bit, and lightning, you hear thunder and lightning in the distance,
all right.
So
fly
you
like
all
the
have
hawk.
flight now. Is this something you concentrate on, or is this something that'll kind of
So
happen?
it's the elementalist talent states
That's out
that
of-
because
It's from the expanded.
Yep.
Player's
When the
guide, right?
character
Cool.
purchases the talent, they choose an ability. Now I'm air is my
Yep.
element
Okay.
because of Tarhun, my god.
Mhm.
It gives the ability to fly using the hovering guidelines in the sidebar of page 100. Now, upon purchasing the supreme version of it,
Okay.
which I just did by spending my XP from last time that I did not spend because we had 30 XP we never spent.
I hear you. Yep.
And so I spent it, and basically now I have prayed to Tarhun, and it says that your character, when your character casts an augment, a barrier, or a transform spell. I was going to cast a barrier on them in order to enact the flight. Sorry, I have to do that. That's right.
Okay.
So I'll be casting barrier upon
Okay.
Cephalo, and adding the extra target to allow to do it to Lydiara as well.
Sounds good. Go ahead and build that up then.
So it will be a barrier, sky shield, as I call it,
Nice.
which is the standard barrier difficulty of 2 with the divine health for free, and
Okay.
adding extra target, it will be a hard check.
Ooh. Okay.
So there is that.
There is that. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to. I will. I'm good because Thule.
Yep.
We'll upgrade that one.
Okay. So I'm looking at and my boost die from my background. Guardian of the 9 gives me a boost die cast divine spells.
Nice.
So I have 3 yellow, a green, red, purple, and a blue.
Go for it.
2 purple. Sorry.
2 purple.
All right.
So it is a hard check.
Yes.
That
a
you did
a
succeed.
singular success. I did not get the tiger, unfortunately. So Cephalo can only have the benefits of this.
All right.
Which is the barrier and the fly,
The
right?
flight.
No,
All
wait. Cephalo was my target. Lydiara is the extra. If I had
Oh, if you would have got an advantage, you would have got yourself.
I could have gotten myself. Yes. Sorry.
Gotcha.
So both of them,
They do.
they can fly
Okay.
and they have divine health. Now that divine
Oh.
health,
And with that strain, with that threat, again, pulling on the magic, not necessarily because of this, but just because Thule
divine
costs you a
health
little
is-
extra. Costs you a little extra strain. With that threat. Okay.
Oh, it's an augment. Divine health is not in the barrier. I'm sorry. I have it built wrong. But it's a same difficulty. Nothing was wrong with it. Divine health. Target increases their wound threshold by the value of the character's ranks in knowledge for the duration of the spell. I have 2 ranks in religion. So the 2 of you gain 2 extra wounds
Nice.
to your wound threshold.
Perfect.
And you also have an augment. So you'll add a green die to all your checks as long as I concentrate on this. And you have the ability to fly.
Excellent.
Well, then.
Now the
Okay.
discipline.
Yes. Now your discipline check.
And,
And it'll be easy. Hard is easy, and then it goes up by there for every.
spending a player story point.
Okay. Looks
And
good
I'm
to me.
rolling 3 yellow, a green versus the easy single purple difficulty.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Excellent.
So I had 3 successes and 3 advantage. Through the 3 advantage on my discipline check, I'd like to pass a boost die to the next player to go and recover the 2 strain from my spell, as I feel channeled with my God's might.
Yes.
Nice. You do. You
His-
feel it. You are
His
feeling
presence is around the temple.
it. Okay. All righty then. So.
And
So
prepare
they're-
to go in. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're
Follows the
chanting.
follow.
They're doing their thing. So I will let you all, from where you're at now. Were you at the doorway there, Lydiara, or were you next to the? Okay, so what I'll let you
I
all
would have
do.
moved up when he started casting.
I'm good. So from here to oops, sorry. So from the door to about here is going to be about short range, medium range, the whole distance in. Okay.
Right.
I will allow you all to do a movement
Mhm.
to move that short range of a distance wherever you guys want to position yourselves. Then we'll roll initiative. Sound good? Without like stealth checks or anything. Just you guys
All
are
right.
coming in. It's just because they're distracted. You're
Right.
coming in.
Yeah.
Maneuver yourselves where you're going to be, where you want, within the short range of the door there. And all right.
Yeah. And Zafalo will kind of be more or less flying above Fazil, using
Okay.
the cover of both part of the ceiling and the column there.
And Lydiara
So-
would be on the ground below Zafalo,
Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
which is
so
kind
then,
of why my token is kind of overlapping him,
Right.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
just
So
to show
go
that
ahead.
I'm kind of there.
Why don't you guys roll initiative then?
All right.
And since we stalked
would allow
in,
you-
we would go cool
I'll-
or vigilance or cool.
I would say either. Yeah, you guys could do either. I'm going to do vigilance
alright.
for the bad guys.
I'll be rolling cool, as that is what my player character is. He planned this, so cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Wait a minute.
Zafalo's
Vigilance is better.
Zafalo's better at vigilance, and so that's what I'm going with.
Oops.
And he got
Okay.
very good, a success to advantage and a triumph.
Nice. One of my PCs got that.
Oh boy, Fazil got all the successes.
My other one got that. And then my main guy got that. Okay. Sounds.
as
Oh,
a-
I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to clear the.
Compact.
Initiative. Roll. Clear all initiatives. Ah, crap. Of course, that's what happened. Well, how do
It's
I?
all
get
right. You
rid
can
of-
put them in manually.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are in the initiative slots. How do I do? Oh, I have to do. Oh, duh. That's all I needed to do. Idiot. All right, so I had 1 and 1. 0, 2. What I get? 3.1 on my other. Okay, what'd you guys get?
I had a 6.1.
Who else?
I got a 1.12. You count
You
advantages.
got 12 advantages?
I
I
get
got
triumph.
two. Got a triumph. So one,
Got
however
it.
you want it, 3.2.1 or 3.1.2.
You have 3 successes, 1 triumph, 2 advantage. Got it. Okay. And then what did Lydia get? Oh, 1 and 1. Okay. I'm going to say with your triumph, I will allow you to take an action before anybody goes. Before we even start. You can take an action, which could be another move, do whatever you want. Before this puppy kicks off.
I'll take an action and try and aim at the leader there.
Start aiming at the leader, okay.
Oh,
Starting your boost dice. Of course, you're starting to add your boost dice to your check stuff.
But I think
it's what you do.
Exactly. But I think you just mixed up my initiative. It's not 3.2. It's like 1.1.2. 1.12. Yeah. Not 3.
1.12. Gotcha.
Yeah. There you go.
You had a 3 in there. Okay. So, who would like to go first?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead.
If no one's gonna go, I'll go.
Yeah, I'm
Go right ahead.
Now, basically, we got
aiming.
Yeah, what we'll have is we're going to have the 4 minions closest to you are basically a minion group. 4 on the other side is another minion group. Just to let you know, they're not like 8 guys; they're just 2 minion groups of 4.
All right.
I just figured I'd have the tokens out there to let you keep track.
They are within short range of me, correct?
Yes, definitely.
I will use the Pounce special ability of the Panther once per
Of course
turn.
you will.
While at short range, this creature may perform a maneuver to engage a target as an incidental.
Nice.
Boom. I'll use my maneuver to concentrate to keep my spell going.
Wow.
Awesome.
And now I attack.
Yeah, so
This is
these
a
little...
saber-toothed badass up in here.
That's right. Saber-tooth badass.
So it's
Got our own battle cat.
2 purple for...
2 purple for melee. Yep.
Yeah, you guys can just call me Cringer. Oh, wait, that's the wrong setting.
Oh, that's a
Do they have any
He's not
armor?
his dire form.
Defense?
He's a,
I heard a choo-choo.
Yeah, sorry, there's train.
That's great. Okay.
Do they have any defense?
No.
No defense?
They're little chocho cannibals. Halfling cannibals. So
Just making
no,
sure.
they don't care.
Oh, wait, I get an
Do
extra
they
green
look
die.
like they
too.
may have defense, man? They're like naked with like just little.
We get a green die to every
Augment,
check, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes,
All right. Does that pool look good to you, sir?
Yes, it does.
Oh, wait, they haven't acted yet this encounter. Ambush Predator. I get 2 boost dice because that's another feature of the
Oh.
big cat.
You also get a boost die because
passed a boost die to the next
Zeal
player.
passed a player.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass one to the next player. So add a third
All
one.
right. So 3 yellow, a green, 3 blue, and 2 purple. I expect this to go terribly because, fanning luck. So let's give it a roll.
That's the spirit.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
I turned the luck
that's
around.
actually 14 damage. There's no way for me to put in the +3, but my damage is 3 higher.
So 14 damage. Okay, so let's see. First off, they're going to soak 3 of that.
For the record, Sean, you can put the
11.
+3 in as a modifier.
Oh,
Yeah, at the bottom there.
I
That's all right.
forget.
That's all right. So we got 5 successes and 4 advantage.
Yeah.
So, well, that would be okay. So so they do have a soak of 3, tough little bastards, which will take out 1. So number in the group is 3.
I will spend, because my crit is 2, I'll spend 2 advantage to crit, which, if I remember correctly, with minions just kills another minion, correct?
8.
Yep.
And then I'll spend my other 2 to kill another minion. I jump in and one big ol' swipe.
Yeah. That's 8.
Just taking
That takes
down
out-
one
that
after
takes
the
out
other.
2. What's your damage alone just takes out
2.
2. All right.
Oh, the damage alone took out 2 of them.
Took out 2 of them, and then your crit will take out a third.
I can
Okay.
crit twice.
No,
I've
you
got
can crit once.
4 advantage.
No, you can. No, what you do is you're going to crit once, and you can raise it to a +10. You
Right.
can't crit multiple times. You're only going to crit one more
Got it.
time, so you can only kill one more minion. But
Okay, well then.
there's just
But then
one more left.
I still
in
have
this
2
group.
advantage left over, right? Then
Yes, you do.
I'll use that to regain some strain.
Perfect. Okay.
Put myself a little bit further away from knocked out from strain.
Yeah.
Holy hairy cats!
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a bloody
The
mess
fur was
with-
flying there.
Well, because these guys are like silhouette, like they're like small.
Yeah. Still with 0 and
Or like just you catch them off kind of surprised. They turn around, you just big claw, decapitates one, bites off the head of another one. Then the third just
eviscerates.
lands. Well, you land on the first one, crush them. You slash through the other one, and you just bite the head off like the third one for your crit. Spit it out.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have Juju Meister Savvy, the fine young cannibal here, is going to. Okay. Yeah. You know what? We're gonna do on the kitty cat. It is what's called the fetish innervation of the Tokolama. It's going to be a hard divine check. Basically, he's going to try and curse you. And that's my pool. And I'm good with that check there, actually.
we should have brought some aluminum foil. We could have foiled his plans.
Well, come on.
Oh,
I'll spend a story point because it's magic in Thule.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it? Okay, Sean. Okay, here we go.
And he's enervated by all this bloodshed. That's all of a sudden.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so you are going to.
He still casts a spell. Yeah. 3
So
successes and 2
you
spread.
are yes. So he's gonna take. Oh shit! He takes actual wounds. He casts spells. He's not one of those guys. Okay. So he has added the Innervate and Despair effect to this spell. Your wound threshold and strain thresholds are reduced by 2.
Okay,
And
that's easy.
if you suffer a strain for any reason, you're going to suffer 1 additional strain.
oh,
Okay. While this innervation of the, so he just starts shaking, and you just get hit with this negative energy and coming from this fetish and the blood that's, in your mouth of his little minions. You start almost kind of like choking on it, right?
What damage does it do to me?
It doesn't do any damage. You're cursed. You also decrease the ability checks you make by 1. So basically, he's canceling out right now your
Green die boost.
augment. Yeah.
I have an idea,
So he's
Sean,
cursed
on
you.
how you could spend that threat if you'd like. There's
Sure,
from
over
the magic skills. The spell doesn't take effect until the start of the next round.
Okay.
So you're not affected by it this turn if you have to make any additional checks. Till the start of the opponent. So basically, when he goes next turn is when it kicks off.
Or I could take 2 more wounds.
Because I gave myself 2 wounds for the strain, but I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, if you want to spend it that way,
I
you totally can.
would rather have him take more wounds from the spell.
Okay.
This
I just thought narrative.
it
That
doesn't.
was an option.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a good option, but this curse doesn't currently really affect what I plan on doing.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
Cool.
Alrighty then. Who is? Yeah, and that's what he does there. Actually, he's gonna move behind this pillar. I will unmask that, but whoever wants to go next, I'm gonna advance
All right.
that, and
like
I'm
to
gonna
go
unmask
next.
the room because you're in the room now. So let's unmask it all.
Right. All right. So Zafalo flies as a maneuver over here next to the other column,
Okay.
keeping an eyesight on his quarry, and let's loose. Does he have any ranks in adversary and or defense?
Yes and yes. One in adversary and one ranged defense, but add a second one because he does have cover behind the pillar.
Right. Okay. And I am good with my dice pool.
I'm gonna have you upgrade that check, make it a little tougher, at least make it at least an average.
Another
check.
purple. Yeah.
Actually, let me do one more thing here before you go.
Right.
I needed to make a discipline check for this guy because that was actually a hard check.
Oh yes.
It does affect my guys too.
All right.
Do you guys want to do anything? Did you want to do anything to that pool? 3 or 4 green and 3 purple.
Well, yeah, because it's magic.
Oh, actually, no, it's not 3 purple. Not 3 purple. It's only the 1. Sorry.
So upgrade that to a red.
Upgrade that to a red.
Yeah, because Thule magic.
Oh, like a champ.
Mm-hmm.
He made it with 5 successes.
5 successes. All right. No problem.
Okay,
And then
so now yours.
Like I said,
So
yours. I'm not spending a story point. I'm good with my pool.
Okay.
You upgraded already, right?
And you did add the boost die for your aiming, right? That's what that boost die is for? Or
No, that's because it's my personalized bow, the Falcon's
Remember
Claw.
to add because you've been aiming at the guy.
And the aiming there. All right, I'm good. Let's go. Do it. Oh!
Huh.
All of that dice. And
wow,
no
so you had 3 yellow.
Yeah. 3 yellow, a green, 2 blue, 2 black, a red, and a purple. And I got no successes. And 2 advantages, though, and a despair. And I'm not even casting spells. I'm just using a bow. All right, then.
All right. What would you like to do with your advantage? I'm trying to think of what I want to do with that. Despair.
Yeah. Well, the arrow lets loose, and at least a chunk of the column that he's hiding behind hits him in the head a little bit and skews his tribal mask. And he'll have a setback on his next check.
Perfect. So when your despair. What happens is, how many times have you flown before?
I knew it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because this is the first time.
So you fly up there, right? And you kind of pull back, you kind of wing around, and you're actually falling backwards as you shoot, and all of your arrows fall on the ground in a spread out formation. And so you're going to have to spend an extra maneuver to your bow has now gained the reload property. You're going to spend a maneuver before you shoot now to grab an arrow, unless you spend a round gathering a handful of them up. Okay, because they're
All right.
spread all over the ground behind
Right.
you. And yeah. Okay, that's
All right.
your despair.
All right.
Badass.
Yeah. So I'll
So
just put him like
effectively,
he
your
flies
clip has
past the
emptied.
column. Yeah. He's flew past the column and a bit into the wall behind, and he shot and poof, hit something.
Well, I mean,
another part of
you could still be next to the column. It was just you needed to lean backwards over the column a little too much, and all your arrows fell out of it. So you could still use it as cover if you wanted. That's fine.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
okay,
you
Tony.
have to lean a bit too forward and upside down.
Yeah, well,
All
almost. Okay,
All right.
Fazil, your
All
turn,
right.
buddy.
So Fazil will move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Tarhun, smite you, infidel! And I will cast my smite of Tarhun.
All right. Sounds good. You're smiting that one last minion in that group.
I am smiting a singular minion. The heck with it. We're gonna go ahead and increase the difficulty to add auto fire to my lightning.
Ah,
Oh, here we go then.
So
It's
this will
lightning
be
outside too, so
Mhm.
it'll be good.
well, that should add an extra boost dice because he's channeling the lightning from outside. His god is
I'm
favoring
okay
him.
with that. I'm okay with that. You can add a boost die to that because I'm
Okay.
going to be upgrading this anyways because
Mm.
I mean not only is it Thule magic, it's lightning Thule magic.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
So looking at, do they have any defense? I don't think so, right?
These guys do not, unless you are going to be, so it's auto fire, right?
Nope. So my goal is to hit the singular minion in front of me and the rest of the minions, blasting backward in that order to hit the next minion group.
Because the leader does have adversary 1 and ranged, so he's not a target.
You
can't hit him.
Not. Well, I could if I made him the primary target. I could hit him, but I could still only spend 2 advantage to hit him by hitting his minions first.
Okay, then upgrade it because he has adversary 1 and range defensive.
No,
1.
I'm not aiming at him. I'm aiming at the minions.
That's not quite.
That is the
right
spirit of
with-
the system. Yes.
I don't think it is. Tony.
So I am not going.
So-
Then, no matter how much advantage I get, I will not hit him with it.
Sounds good. All right.
I could have 7 advantage. I'm not going to hit him with it. First of all, he's around a pillar.
That
So
sounds
I'm-
good to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I
If
just
you're not
want to
adding,
channel
if
it.
you're not adding his adversary, you're not targeting him. Then he's not.
Yes,
he's not
but
part of this.
by the rules, and we can argue about this later.
Yeah.
I can hit him with just 2 advantage if I wanted to.
Okay.
But my pool is good.
Sounds good.
There we go.
So it's going to be a success with 3 advantage. So first of all,
and you change your mind and hit the bad guy.
no,
No,
I promised the GM I would not.
I'm
The
kidding.
GM. So my smite, it's built to do 4 damage, plus 2 per success. So it is going to do a total of 6 damage. If they're evil.
Yeah, they're
It's
fine young little mini cannibals. Yep.
okay. And then I will use 2 of my advantage to kick off auto fire to hit the rest of the cannibals there.
Okay. Now that does 6 to that group, right?
6 to that group. Yep.
Okay, which will kill one of them. So it makes sense that we probably kill
The very next guy in order. Yep.
that guy there.
Yeah, just lightning hits him as I call out to my god, and then with my
there's like a hole in the ceiling that you kind of hear you've heard those storms in the distance, and as you're calling out to your god, you just take one of those lightning bolts. It just kind of comes in and you just kind of redirect it into these 2 guys, and it does take off a good chunk of that good chunk of that pillar the main guy was behind as well.
Correct. I had one previous strain before casting that spell. I will regain that strain with my last advantage, and then I will spend 2 strain to secondary maneuver to maintain the enhancement of my companions so Zafalo doesn't fall out of the sky.
Sounds good to me.
And since I'm ready for anything, I will take that story point and switch it to the player side.
Oh, that is good. That looks good to me. Alrighty then.
Yep, that was
Okay.
it for my turn. Bad guys, continue your slaughter.
Yep.
Yes. So these little guys, they have these little. They have like these hand axes. Okay. That they are all just kind of they draw them out, and as they draw them out, they kind of do this. They kind of have this inside of their arms, right? They have this little pouch kind of thing, and they just kind of cut it, right? And then on the blades, all of these blades have like this poison just kind of dripping from them now as they just kind of run up to you. So you're there in front. Hand axes. On you. Okay, so there are 3 in the group instead of 2, so that should actually be downgraded, I believe. No, that's right.
Yeah, it should automatically do it. If they're attacking me, they're going to have 2 setback dice for one for my Gladius being in my hand and the other for my armor.
Okay. Let's see.
Who?
Okay. Okay. Basically, so I'm not. How do I narrate this though? Okay, so one of these guys just kind of leaps. What do you have in your hand? Like
my Gladius in one hand, my holy symbol in the other.
So one of these guys just leaps on your Gladius and just kind of sacrifices himself. So he's gonna die. You're gonna know this here in a moment. So gonna do that. Okay, how's that pool look? That's all I can really. Oh, and I'm gonna aim, and I'll yeah.
I'll be spending a player story point to upgrade this, as they are terrified of me due to my
And the
lightning
tiger.
and this giant tiger behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna take that. Okay.
If they get a despair, they're basically going to expose themselves for the tiger to hit them with an augmented strike, aka upgraded strike.
Awesome sauce. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I hit you. Okay, so he comes in. So these guys come in for 4 points damage. However, it's a good death. I get to add 6 damage to that, to this attack. So it's 10 damage on you.
I will soak 5 of that.
Just a hand axe. So okay, but I do need you to make a hard resilience check.
Okay.
Because of the poison as it cuts in, you're just feeling the
burning sensation.
burning.
Muscles. Yeah.
of this as it kind of cuts into your
Not
arm
that
there
nice, but
a bit. That pool looks fine to me.
All right, my 2 green versus 3 purple resilience check. I ended up with just an advantage.
Yeah,
So with that advantage, I'll recover a strain.
Okay. You're gonna take 4 more wounds.
ouch.
Oh,
From that.
okay.
As this poison just immediately kind of takes effect and just gets into your bloodstream and just
Racking me with pain.
it just goes immediately to your head there.
You serpents!
Okay. End of round. All right. That's the end of the first round. Next turn. Who wants to go first?
I think I should probably cut these guys down.
All
You
right.
guys have a
Go
problem
ahead.
with that?
No, go ahead.
Sean?
You might not. No news.
Go
is
ahead.
good.
Okay. I will, yes, smite these dudes.
Uh-oh.
It will be a standard smite.
Okay.
Without auto fire.
Okay.
So no discipline check needed.
Awesome.
Lightning outside still granting me a boost die.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yes.
Okay. And is the poison affecting me in any way, shape, or form other than just the extra damage?
We'll say that threat that oh no, that was on me. My threat. What do you want to do with that threat that I generated actually? No, the poison isn't having any other effect other than the wounds you're taking.
Next player to go would get a boost die against them.
Got it. To take a boost die. Class.
Sorry, I've been playing with Stefan so long.
Yeah.
I did 3.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
That looks good to me.
It's magic. You're good?
That's good. Looks good.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so that's going to be actually,
A lot.
yeah, because I had 2 per success, so
6.
it's actually
It'll be more
plus.
than 9.
But
There's gonna be more than 9.
Yes,
just
Okay.
just a
What does this
little-
look
yeah.
like? What does it look
it's going
like?
to be
then?
12.
4 more.
What does it look like when these guys go zappy poo?
Nothing but, there's just nothing but ash. There's a big, huge zap, and then it just rains ash where they were.
Awesome.
But all 3 boost dice came up blank. It's just funny.
Awesome.
But still.
2 threat.
Alrighty then. 2
At
threat.
4 successes, 2 threat. Yeah.
I'd like you to. Yeah, that took you. You really. It kind of that lightning that you grabbed. You're like, oh, yeah, I can do this still. It kind of hurt just a little bit. Take a couple extra strain for that.
Yeah.
And by the way, at the beginning of this round, the effect of that curse is affecting Lydiara, by the way.
Right.
So the -2 wounds and strain, and the
Yeah, I've already got it all.
minus.
written
You
down.
got it all. Got it. Okay, cool.
I wrote it down
Alright.
when you told me about it.
And these guys are.
Oh God.
All right, and
Ash.
for my maneuver this turn, I will
Mhm.
continue to concentrate
on
my augment spell, my Sky Shroud.
that's
Right.
good because Zafalo is still flying.
And I done.
All right.
Okay. So we will delete that slot.
Yeah.
Get rid of my little cannibals. Now,
Your little Hannibals.
well, yeah, my little Hannibals.
They were fine, young Hannibals.
Yeah.
They sure were.
Cannibal halflings, Hannibals.
No. No. All right.
They were just trying to get second breakfast.
Someone within. Okay, so he looks at you and doing it's the chilling death palm of the Chocho on you.
All right.
Chocho Lamas. Okay, so this is going to be a hard divine check. Adding the ice and deadly qualities to an attack spell. Going to try and ensnare you. So I should be doing it on the big kitty cat, but that's okay. Because I have a feeling I'm going to get munched. But no, you just zapped all of his little minions. Poof, 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 poof. I will aim for my maneuver. How does that look to you? 3 yellow, a green, a blue, and 3 purple. On you, Tony. Fazil.
All right. Ranged attack, correct? So
It is a
that is
ranged
going
attack.
to be a single setback die due to my armor.
Okay.
And
Ranged attack.
I'm going to spend a player story point to upgrade his magical check.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here it comes. I got 3 threat though. Bummer.
Threes and threes. Everything's coming in pairs.
Isn't it though?
3 successes. Yeah, 3 threats.
9 damage from the chilling death palm coming your way.
9 damage. I will soak 5 of that and take 4.
Okay.
Maybe the chill backlashes on him. The threat, some way.
Yeah.
So he
I'm
takes some
already taking
additional
2.
woundage.
Take 5 wounds.
Yes,
That's a
please.
suggestion. Yeah.
Oh, shite. Okay. Sounds good. All right. And that's all he does.
Eat him!
Actually, he's going to spend 2 more strain, 2 more wounds to keep that curse going on you. Because I have to.
All right.
It could be the difference. I don't know.
We'll see.
Who's next?
I'll go next. I'll try to be effective this combat if I could.
Okay.
So I'll take a maneuver to fly down, pick up some arrows.
And then a maneuver to pick up to pick up some arrows.
Yeah, I do have
And then
quick draw. I don't know if that would help, but if not, I can just pick up 1 arrow and fire it. And that'll be fine as my maneuver.
Nah, this is a little different.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of the despair. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So
take a couple strain to do the second maneuver to actually
second
load.
maneuver. Yep. Exactly. All right, and I will aim at him. Well, not aiming, but
Yep. You're gonna
fire at him.
Shoot it and fire at him. Okay.
There you go. So still short range. He's got short range. That means a red because he's got adversary 1, and he's got defense. I do have my boost
1 range
die.
defense. Yep.
Yeah, and I get still my boost die because of personalized bow.
And he's behind the column too, so add another boost.
Well, another setback. You mean?
Setback. I mean, yeah.
All right, and
Probably good. Looks
all
good.
right, we're good.
As an
All right.
out of turn incidental, I will be using my ready for anything talent and giving Stefan the temptation to take a GM story point, move it to the player's pool, please, GM. Ready for anything.
Okay.
Right, he's
All right.
doing the
And
same thing.
those are your 1 secession abilities you're using.
Yep. All right, so I will simply go ahead because I want to try and use my story point for something else. All right, roll it.
Oh,
Finally.
yeah.
So 3 successes, a threat, but a triumph too.
Oh, shite
But
buckets. I don't have
now
much soap.
now I'll use my story point to use my lucky strike and add 3 more points of damage.
Well,
to him, even though, no, just in case. I don't know what other
Okay.
defenses he may has. So there he goes. That would be a total of 14 damage. Pierce 2.
here, I'm going to give that story point back to you.
Oh, okay.
You
Because you don't need it?
You didn't need to do that.
All right.
You
so
really
11.
didn't. You really didn't need to.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can choose to spend it after damage is applied, Stefan.
Right. Okay. So
Yeah.
11 damage, Pierce 2.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he can soak 2 of that 11 for 9 damage. He only had 5. So
right.
what does this look like?
So as Zafalo just flies down, just manages, his head was already tilting down because of all the arrows falling down.
Yeah.
Flies down, picks up one arrow as it clangs. It was still clanging. This is all in the middle of an action.
Yep.
It clangs off the of a rock, flips neatly onto his feet, and just lets it go. Just as the shaman just ducked out of to hit Fazil with a curse, and just right into his throat as he's speaking the last final words underneath the mask.
You could not have done that before he hits me with the spell.
No, apparently not.
Oh, and by the way, take
Flying
a
is-
strain.
Still new to me. Yep, I can take that.
Take a strain. Actually, both of you need to take a strain because there's an ability. Certain you want to do this. If anybody damages this guy, you take a strain.
All right. So another strain, so up to 5.
Yep.
And
He could just
For
been
the-
damaging himself, by the way. Pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, so I think you're the only one that needed to take a strain because I've just been damaging myself with all my threat.
And for the triumph, though,
Yeah.
may not be useful. Obviously, not useful on him for anything.
What would
Or
you like
maybe-
to do with that?
Yeah,
Maybe he dropped something of value.
something that was important to Fazil and his mentor.
That's a good idea. You
Something related to this moon door, perhaps.
well, you do see one. You do Fazil, you recognize a shiny bauble that your mentor had, that he has incorporated into his fetish, jiggly fetishy thing that he had in his hand, like a trinket, bauble, whatever it might be, a bracelet or something. You definitely recognize it's hers. She's been through here. That she was kidnapped a couple weeks ago, right? You're in the right place, you think?
Nice.
So, and some more with when you're actually in this room, you are seeing that plate that's up on this altar, right up against that wall, and it is the disc. Yeah, it is a keyhole that you think that moon gold key will fit in, that you guys have, right? I mean, you guys have that.
One of us has it. All right.
One of you
So
guys
Zafalo will gather up at least the rest of his arrows. And,
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Post encounter, would I be able to recover some strain?
Yep. Everybody can do that if you'd like.
Yeah.
Before I
cool.
begin healing?
Or cool or discipline.
Yep.
Are we technically still considered to be in the wilderness?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
I would say so. This temple is in the middle of the jungle. I'd say, yeah.
Really? Of course.
You don't roll
Right.
difficulty, Sean.
No difficulty, yeah.
I don't know what.
I do with this.
Oh,
When in the wilderness,
Oh,
your character
right.
may make a simple survival check instead of a disciplined
simple.
or cool.
Simple is 0 difficulty.
Oh, is
Easy
it?
is 1.
Yeah. So you get one and
Oh,
so one
my
and
bad.
one. So
One
you
on
get
one. Okay.
Yeah.
One strain back.
one strain. Yep.
I'll regain
That's fine.
3.
In the one. Come on. Combat tab.
And then I
right.
will
No.
attempt
4.
to
No.
begin healing. Some healing magic.
The curse is no longer on me, correct?
Yeah. Kill the caster. Kill the spell.
Yeah.
I'm still concentrating to stay transformed.
Okay.
I put all the effort into this big farm.
Right.
I ain't giving it
Yeah.
up yet.
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
So I have called down healing mists from the sky, and it begins to cleanse this wounds from my body, but that poison is still ravaging me.
Mm.
And I only healed 3 wounds from that casting, that particular casting, though I had 3 advantage. What I'd like to do with that 3 advantage is it does take away some of my previous strain.
Okay.
And grant a boost die to another heal check as the mists begin to swirl or continue to swirl around, if you're okay with that, GM.
I'm okay with that.
All right, so we'll go back to...
I would like to make a survival check in the area to see if there's anything that the fellow might know that would be able to counteract this poison, or at least mitigate the effect.
That's on him. Well,
Yeah.
Poison is.
I can check
It's-
the axes.
He didn't roll a despair on the when he did the resilience check. It was just that extra damage right away. So as you're
Okay.
healing the wound, the poison is pushed out, right?
Okay.
and
so
it
nothing-
then tends to. It's not a lingering poison. If you rolled a
Nothing
despair,
worse
it
than
would have
that.
been.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you cool with this check, GM?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
All right.
Oh, not quite, but
Failed on the heal myself, but maybe the healing mists reach out and
Yes, the healing mists reach out, and you sense.
we'll refresh.
Though I will allow the with that. Oh yeah, what do you want to do with your advantage? I have an idea for the triumph. By the
3 advantage. I'd like to recover the last of my previous strain from casting the spell. Well, not all of it, but so
Okay.
and then I was gonna
The triumph though, as you're casting on yourself, you're kind of connected to like the healing magics and such, and you're,
The pain.
I don't know what it is, but there's a lightning strike that happens behind this wall. Now you did see as you came in, you guys kind of came in this way. You guys didn't really investigate kind of behind that wall in that room behind, but
No.
you get a sense that there may be some sort of healing magic thing, and that lightning just kind of hitting back there
it.
kind of pulls
Mhm.
you to that area. And when you do go back there, this seems to be where the priest was bedding down, and you find treasure. You find a regeneration elixir, by the way.
All right.
I'm not sure. I think that's a healing
We'll-
magic or whatever it is.
We'll scout out the rest of the temple.
And there's a magic. Can I share that in chat? There we go. There's that as well. I don't know. Do those pop up a window for you guys when you hit those in chat?
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, we do.
They do.
So that's what you see within the. There's like some platinum. There's some fine black pearls worth 500 each. There's like 7 of those. Is there a party sheet with loot in this one, or is that just in 5e?
That's 5e.
Okay.
There is no party sheet, I don't believe.
Okay. Nope. So if someone wants to put this in there.
You can have the arrow, Stefan. Do not wish to take that from you. So Chris, it says here for the regeneration elixir.
There we go. That's what else you find as well. Yeah. Regeneration elixir.
It says here, when your character uses a regeneration elixir, they make a simple resilience check, healing 1 wound for each success, 1 strain for each advantage, and may spend a triumph to repeat the check at the start of their next turn. So, yes, I would like to take the elixir.
Okay.
So I am hurting.
Yeah. So
I was at 13 of 14 wounds.
I know you were.
When this encounter ended. So yeah. All right. So the resilience check is going to be.
Did you want me to put that? Did you want to put that arrow on your sheet there, Zafalo, or did you get it already? Go ahead, Tony.
Okay.
Oh, he's got it.
Sorry, yeah, I was able to do it. I was muted. Sorry.
Perfect.
All right. So I just recovered 3 strain.
Oh, geez.
No. I mean, you're gonna take you'll drink it, and you heal a couple of wounds this round, or like right away. I mean, you'll heal a couple, and then I'll have you make another check here, as you're kind of moving about, as that, maybe the poison is kind of slowing it up just maybe a little bit.
All right, so not use the 3 advantage for that. I can use them to get the future roll. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'll have you do another roll.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it for me then. Does anyone else want to look around here or do anything?
While you guys are searching, Lydiara would walk outside, start picking up her gear in her big cat mouth and bringing it inside and putting it near these two so that they can carry it for me. Because I can't carry it while I'm
split up her load
in this form.
Well, you guys have done this before, so she more than likely has a satchel special for this. You've done this before, so yeah, you guys split up.
I'm just glad I did not see it this time. This woman does not understand modesty.
Modesty.
All right.
Yeah.
So then
she growls in response.
Don't need to be modest. It's their natural form.
She is an elf, and I understand they have different ways, but I am a chaste man.
Well, then don't look.
I try not to. She does it right in front of you. It is very hard.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with nudity. Hey, I'll get naked. I'll get naked too.
No,
that's if I'll get takes it off.
Brother, you do not. Oh, very well. Then.
The Dari
so you're splitting up your gear. You split up the gear. You're in this room. Go ahead and make another one of those resilience checks there, Tony.
All right.
For Fazil.
All right.
With the potion.
All right. Yeah, whole lot of nothing.
Take a couple more. You could heal a couple more wounds with that, and then the effect. We'll just say the effect just kind of fades from there. So, okay. All righty then. Let's take a 5-minute break. I'm gonna pause the recording. We'll take a little break. And then we'll come back.
Break. Yep.
Yep. All right. Well, we are back from our little break, and we're going to do a quick little pause to talk about that rule discussion Tony and I had related to auto fire. We're both right. The auto fire does say that if you are targeting additional targets with it, you do need to have the highest difficulty, highest defense built into the pool as well. However, Tony,
I have close combat built into my spell, which allows me to only affect targets that are at engaged range, which would have been the minions that were surrounding me in that particular incident. So I could not have affected any targets beyond engaged range.
Mm-hmm. And then I was in that case, I was giving you the option if you wanted to affect him, you would need to add his range defense and adversary to the check if you wanted to potentially include him if you got it. Then you chose to just affect the minions and make them into piles of dust like you did, which was awesome. Okay, so back to this. Defeated my little Cho-Cho cannibals, the little halfling cannibals in Thule. Nasty little bastards.
I do believe, my friends, I am fit to travel, though all my wounds are not healed.
So what you do see is on the wall there, the moon door, maybe? Potentially?
Well, there is is that the map? Is there also the big circle in the center of the room on the floor that looks kind of like a stylized moon?
Yeah. Basically, that's kind of what it looks like. And this, what I'm pointing to here, the disc up on that altar there has that little like keyhole thing in it. And on the ground, it's some sort of mosaic of the moon, the god. Now, if you would like, looking at the mosaic, I would give you another religion check because you came so close to potentially seeing who this temple was for.
I'd like to take that opportunity, studying the murals.
I will. Let's make that a. What did I make that? Was that a hard check I had you do last time?
Yes.
Let's make it an average check this time. Average religion this time.
Okay, it's 2 yellow, 2 purple. Are you good, GM?
Good with that.
Okay, again, a failure with a singular advantage.
You're
it makes sense because while if it's something that's outside of the ordinary, things that he's used to dealing with, Fazil completely does not pay attention to it. He is singular in purpose, smiting evil things, killing undead creatures. That is his niche, and things that are outside of that niche.
I remember I did give you a boost die because of the research, the library stuff that you guys did do. So add that. Okay, that doesn't matter. That good because that didn't matter. That does matter a little bit.
It would be a success and
does
two
give
advantage.
me a success and 2 advantage.
Yeah, so this does pull on you, and it is Selene, the moon goddess, and her different aspects.
Which is part of the 9.
Part of the 9. So
it's just odd aspects that I'm not used to.
Yep. The 4 aspects of her in her different forms, knowing for being the healer, the mother, the lover, and the huntress are the different things that she is known for.
Right.
So
Interesting.
Okay. So though this is a temple to one of the 9, seems to be things afoot here with this moon door. Not knowing.
This is a temple to a moon goddess, not a temple to evil.
Exactly.
Do not inherently believe that the door itself.
Well, I'm curious to know where this door opens to. Let's go. Didn't travel all this way for nothing. There might be more wealth beyond.
Awesome.
Excellent.
All right.
I'll open the door.
Catering catering to two of Zafalo's motivations: wealth and curiosity.
Nice.
Hence
Very
why
nice.
he offered to carry all the coins we found.
Yeah, huh?
He wanted to feel rich.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Fazil, you get the key. You go up to it. You put the key in, and you turn it. And as you do, the disc glows. It starts to open.
One
And,
on the dais.
The one on the dais, the one that he's kind of in front of, that he's standing in
Okay.
front of. And you see a creature start coming out of as it's opening up, you see a creature start coming out towards you. Roll initiative, everybody. And I'm going to draw a picture.
Uh-oh.
And depending on how well Fazil rolls, he might be the person in this picture. We'll see.
That might be.
So standing in
Uh-oh.
front of this like big, so basically I'm showing a picture of, for those of you who can't see, if you do have this 5e adventure, it's Secret of the Moon Door, there's one of the pictures in it. Think of one of the, though not as big as like a cave troll, but just big, beefy, meaty thing, but instead of a head, it's a big mouth, and instead
A
of a
mass
tongue,
of fucking writhing tentacles.
right, instead of a
Yeah.
tongue coming out of it.
Segmented
Big
worm-like
ass
tentacles.
claws. Big
Yeah.
ass claws. This is a moon beast.
Oh,
Coming out.
bad. Bad.
And this is actually considered an extra terrain for those
Uh-oh.
of you who may
That might
have
matter.
specials. And I think Fazil, you have specials versus extra terrain too, or something.
Yeah,
I just
Isn't
gained
that your-
something.
the antithesis? Okay, so mine is. I think mine would probably be cool. They're the same, but it doesn't really matter, as he's been waiting. So it'd probably be cool.
Damn, you two both in your triumphs.
Yeah.
Holy of holies!
Yes.
Hey, did I roll it right? Why the fuck didn't I?
Are you rolling from the initiative tab?
No, I'm rolling from the creature sheet. I guess I can't. I guess I don't know how
Combat
to.
tracker,
I guess I
sometimes
don't
you
know.
can do it.
I guess I don't know how to do, but that's okay. I'll manually put it in, which is fine.
Press-
It'll go last. Yes.
Chris, for future reference of Fantasy Grounds, if you right-click the creatures that you've added to the initiative tracker, right-click them, and roll a bad guy initiatives,
Roll
it
initiative.
will
Oh,
apply them to them.
got it. Sounds good. Okay. So, holy triumphant Batman and Robin. Okay, so Fazil has 3 advantage for your initiative. I would say that's a free maneuver if you'd like. As this guy here, let me put him on the map. That might help you.
I'll be moving that.
No, he's not that big. Sorry.
Holy cats.
No, he's not like. Well, we'll just put him a little bigger than you guys. Whatever.
Okay,
He's silhouette 1 still, but we'll say he's somewhat bigger than
beefier.
beefier. He's a beefy silhouette 1. So you
Hey,
can
beast!
so you can take a maneuver, which
He's
is
still
a
smaller than me, though.
I move back.
well, I can't. It's either gonna be. Here, let me zoom in. There we go. Okay, so fine. That's good. Yeah, and you can. And the short range is. I mean, you can move further back if you want to. I mean,
No,
short.
I'm
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
I moved out of its grasp. I'm not taking up the same.
So you're not
space as
engaged.
it.
So you're not engaged with them, or do you want to move to short range, or do you want to stay engaged, like within engaged range with them?
I'll stay here. I'll move right here. I'm done.
Okay.
Zafalo,
So you're within.
Zafalo
And-
will take his free maneuver to move back. As he's,
Yeah, so Zszree and Lydiara, you guys get actions, and you're gonna take your action to actually move for Zszree. Lydiara, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'll do it for an aim.
Perfect. Okay. Who would like to take the first initiative slot then?
Go ahead there, Lydiara. You're probably
Yeah.
closest anyway.
You didn't get to hurt much last turn. Go ahead.
Well,
All
destroyed quite a few minions.
But do you really want to hurt me?
Do you really want to make him cry?
Yeah.
I do. I do want to make you cry.
Aw.
I want you to hate this character that I have made.
Why?
Because it's
We're all
fun
in-
to make the GM hate you.
We're all on the same team.
No, we're not. You're on the opposite team. You're trying to kill us.
It's so you're so in the wrong mindset there, Sean. I'm not your father.
Oh,
I'm not your
ow,
Sean, I am not your father.
Search
Okay,
your
well,
heart. You know it is true. Search your feelings.
It's within short range of me, so I will big cat pounce.
Big cat pounce.
I did aim as my
Oh.
free from the thing.
Okay.
From the triumph.
Before we go any further, clear that out. This is a terrifying, hard discipline check, though. This is a terrifying. It is adversary 1, so I would like everybody to upgrade this this fear check. Right, Tony? That's how your fear things do, right?
Oh, you are mean.
Does adversary actually add to? We're not targeting the creature.
There's a guy called Tony Fanning who kind of added that to his fear rules, kind of, which it kind of does. So we'll do that.
I did.
So it's going to be a hard discipline check, everybody.
Fine. Very well.
Is this an extraterrene creature?
It is an extraterrene creature. So.
Okay.
Nope.
Zszree fail with a threat.
Yeah, 2 failures and a threat.
2 failures and a threat.
Remember your failure at the moon door.
You want to you want to adjudicate that one before you move on to the next one, or?
Yeah. So you run back for a reason because you are like unnerved, distracted. It's just what the living 3 pieces of hell is this thing? Where's the eyes that I need to shoot through? Fuck, it's just a goddamn maw. You're gonna have a setback die.
Okay.
For the rest of this encounter.
All right.
Okay. Next victim.
Okay. You want to go ahead, Sean, or you want me to? Okay, I will.
Go.
Did you have anything special for the extraterrene?
I did. I get a free upgrade.
Understood.
So I upgraded.
Cool. So
And I also can re-roll it if I wanted to.
Perfect.
Once per session. But I made it.
And I am going to say that because you were kind of right in front and so you're fine. You're keeping your nerves.
This is what I have studied for. Take this beast out.
Yeah. Take a boost die to your check, Lydiara, to this because of his 2 successes on that. Good. That was good.
Not quite enough.
Okay, so kind of the same thing as what do you call it? As Zszree, but we're going to say it's going to be 2 setback dice on this first check. And one setback die next round, and then you'll be fine after that because you didn't generate the threat that Zszree did. Okay, so two setback dice in this round, and then building up your pool. He is adversary 1, so you'll upgrade that. Does not have any melee defense, though. So
Okay.
So though you are disturbed and unnerved by this, you are kitty cat, hear me roar. You're gonna run up.
Yep. So I'll use the pounce incidental to lunge up into its face.
I am
Sweet.
Panther.
Ambush Predator. It has not acted yet this encounter, so I get 2 boost dice to this combat check.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the aim that I did with my Triumph free maneuver. So I'm looking at 3 yellow, 1 red, 1 purple, 3 blue, and 2 black.
Looks good.
Does that look good to you, sir?
Sure enough.
And I will roll it.
Holy crap. 2 failures and
3 of my dice rolled blank.
Yeah.
yes, they did.
Ay, ay, ay.
Two failures to advantage.
Bend my advantage to give it a setback die.
Okay.
As it's got a big cat that's bigger than it in its face all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It does. It really, really does.
All right.
Okay, who is next?
And then I spend my maneuver that I didn't use to concentrate to keep my spell going.
Make a discipline check for your owl. Looks like it's got 1 for a will. Nothing in it. So 1 green, red, 2 purple.
Saying the owl may fly away from the giant thing that's in its face.
Yeah.
Doesn't stay on its head. Might fly out the window. You may have to call it back. I don't know if you're going to have it do anything this round.
Oop. It's like,
Yeah.
screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah,
Squawk!
Gizmo's like
Hoot!
confused and afraid and flies up to the ceiling. Yeah. All right. Who is next then?
Go ahead, Vasile.
Fizzy.
Okay, Chris, I have a question for you. I have searched for it in your Primeval Thule stuff.
Yes.
It does not quantify it anywhere. It says
Sure.
here for my secondary milestone as a Guardian of the Nine that I can inscribe an Elder Sign.
Sure.
What is that effect? What does it do? How long does it take? I have not found anything on it.
It feels like a ritual thing, and I'm sorry that I did not have any more details on that now. You know what? I'm going to say that you can make something up. Fuck it. I don't know. An Elder Sign would be some sort of Cthulhu-esque type rune to maybe bind power, eldritch power of some sort. Would it be maybe you inscribe? Does it say if it's a action or anything, or no?
No, it just says I may inscribe an Elder Sign. That's it.
Yep.
You gain the ability to this the entire sentence. You gain the ability to inscribe an Elder Sign.
So I'm going to say that assuming you knew this thing was going to come out of the portal, you could have inscribed an Elder Sign on the floor and bound
protected
it
us from it.
and protected us. Maybe kept it right in that place.
But
maybe
because I didn't know it was, and I had the impression that this was an inane door that it was going to open to something mundane. Therefore, I'm going to be using my first milestone, which is the Banisher of Horrors.
Nice.
And I will be attacking the thing, attempting to smite it from here.
Chicken shit range.
Though I will say, if you want to, after this, I have an idea for the Elder Sign then. No.
Okay.
Which you
For
have
future reference.
for future reference. Sure.
So the Smite of Tarhun is normally 2 difficulty, though I will be removing the close combat version of it.
Okay. Makes it 1.
Yep.
Okay.
No, because I normally get close combat for free. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But I'm removing it.
Still doing it. So you're still doing it at range. You're doing it at range then for it.
Yep. So it'll be short range, targeting the creature. So my Banisher of Horrors, all your attacks against extraterrestrial creatures are upgraded. So I automatically get a free upgrade.
Perfect.
And you gain upgrades to your defense as if you had adversary 1 when defending against these creatures.
Nice.
So
if it attacks you, you're as if you have adversary 1. Got it.
Correct.
And it does have adversary 1, by the way. So your difficulty will be upgraded auto magically.
So I'm not activating auto fire. I'm going to keep this the simple 2 difficulty. Okay. What is its adversary rating?
1.
Okay, and its defense?
None.
Okay. I have not maneuvered this turn, so from my spot where I am, I will be aiming my spell.
Okay.
And spend my 2 strain for the spell, and here we go. It is cooked. Are you happy with it, GM?
That looks good to me, dude.
Right.
Ooh.
So, this is going to be 8 damage.
Yeah, 2 successes and 5 advantage.
With my 2 successes, yes. Normally it does would do the normal spell attack does 4, but because of it's against an evil creature,
it does double.
2 extra damage per success. Yep.
Okay.
And then I have 5 advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So first I'm going to I can't activate a critical with this. I need a triumph for that. So what I'll do is I will
screeches out at you.
So when I hit it with the spell, it causes it to rock back and exposes its throat for Zafalo's arrows.
Okay.
I will pass a boost die to Zafalo. I'll pass a boost die to the next player to go, no matter who that is. I don't know who that might be. So that takes care of 3 of my advantage. And then the last 2, I'm going to activate stun quality. And it's stun 2.
Okay.
So I will be doing 2 additional strain to the creature, I believe is what that does.
Okay. No soak, right?
No soak.
No.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's so the effect of it coming through the door, getting kind of rocked back a little bit, has kind of stunned it.
Yep. It's shocked, like shocked, twitching a bit from the lightning, and it's looking straight up, and its throat is exposed for Zafalo.
Right. All right.
Okay. So it is Zafalo next. So
all right. Phil, and then me.
Zafalo.
Yes, thank you. All right. Okay. So even though Zafalo's a bit unnerved by seeing all this ugliness leaping out of the portal, his friends are rallying. So
there's not enough negative dice in that pool. You're gonna upgrade that one.
I know. I thought so. But that's okay because
negative. Okay, so you have 3 yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, get this, everybody. 4 boost dice.
Because I got I get 1 for my ally who passed 1 along. 2 because I'm double aiming.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 because I'm using the arrow of the
and you get another 1 because your ally passed 1 to the next guy that went, which is also
I know, but would that be the maximum is
purple,
4?
Red, purple,
that's
black.
That is a setback die thing for defense.
Oh, all right. So I get 5 boost dice. All right, and I'm going to keep my story point
not a record yet.
For doing. No, not a record yet.
What is the record? Do we have
6.
the record? It is 6. Okay.
So it is my personal record, though. But anyway, all right. Let's roll it.
And he failed.
Yes. No, he did not. No, 4 successes and an advantage.
Sorry if Sean or Tony was rolling that was possible, but right.
Yeah.
Eat it.
So 12 damage, pierce 2.
Pierce 2, so I have that as my soak. Okay, I put in my damage.
And the arrow, well, I didn't score a crit, so it doesn't do anything else.
Okay.
Or else I would have chosen automatically to deal it dead critical instead of rolling it.
Oh, right.
Well, if you roll a triumph against the next terrain, then you may choose the dead critical injury. I would have done that.
Did you just shoot the arrow slaying at it?
Yeah. That's why I got the extra boost dice.
Oh, sweet.
And I'll spend the story point to add another 3 points with my lucky strike, equal to cunning. So.
Alrighty then.
So
I'll add 3 more.
Yep.
Holy, that did not make this thing any happier than what it was.
No. So even though his hand was shaking for a little bit, then he just, okay, relax, exhale, whoosh, just between shakes.
Totally going to choose another line of work after this.
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, so, well, kitty cat's in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is going to try and just claw and just kind of claw at you and grab and ensnare you with its claws and big hulking arms and blah, try and tentacles you.
I do have one advantage.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Add a boost dice to the next allied character.
Decide the next ally. All right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Combat check. Claws. We're gonna do that on the. We will aim.
So I'll just add a boost die here
I
that
will-
anyone can pick.
I will upgrade my check. Do
I
you have
will
any?
also upgrade.
Okay. Do you have any defense as a kitty cat?
I've got 2 defense, and on top of that, you should have a 3rd setback from my attack that I did earlier that missed, but I
Right, you
gave it a setback
Awesome.
because
Okay.
it was not prepared to have a big cat bigger than it in its face.
You are correct. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, then I think that looks good. So I have 3 yellow, a green, a blue, a red, a purple, and 3 setback dice. My moon beast is going to attack the kitty cat. Well, successfully does do some damage to the cat.
Yeah, 2 successes. So
8 damage, though the claws aren't super sharp, so not piercing or anything like that. So it
And
does
I
a
soak
straight 8 damage.
4 of it.
Okay. I did not activate the ensnare quality, unfortunately, because next round the tentacles are just so it tries to grab a hold of you, but you're just wiggle out, and these tentacles are just lapping at your face, and you're just barely getting around in it. It's trying to wrap these tentacles around your head to just, you know what I mean? But you're not. This thing would have got a hold of you, you're thinking it probably would have got these tentacles on you next turn. Next round. Who wants to go?
I would like to go. I have an idea.
Sorry, Tony, you're muted.
I was saying, go right ahead, my fellow companions. One of you may take
Alright.
it. I went first last time.
All right, so I'll go.
All right.
Again, readying another arrow. And, whoops, don't take the whole sheet, Steph. Just the dice. So I'll get the boost dice that I passed along to myself, basically. The boost dice from my bow, custom bow, which I probably forgot last time, but whatever. Difficulty, of course, it's got adversary 1. There we go. And I will aim one more time. And while he's in this temple, as a fellow, not the most pious of people, but Celine, listen to my prayer. Allow me and my friends to defeat this creature that's defiling your temple. Guide my arrows, guide our strikes.
You're wanting another boost die, aren't you?
Yeah.
I was taking a drink. I know. Go ahead. You can take one, Stefan. Also,
Thank you.
upgrade that check, too, because that's, again, one negative die. No. Put another one in there.
All right.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Looks good.
All right. And I will spend a story point as well to upgrade my check. All right.
Don't forget your setback die from your fear check,
Oh, yes. Thank you.
because that was for the rest of the encounter for you. I
Yes,
do
it
believe.
was.
It
It was. Thank you very much.
Which, we'll see.
Yep.
How long
There you
this
go.
encounter will be.
I missed.
Oh, you did. Okay, everybody.
I missed, but
Three.
with
Okay,
with
so
an
three
advantage
yellow,
and a triumph.
3 yellow, 4 boost dice, a green die, a red, a purple, and a setback die.
Yeah, but all 3 of my 4
Just advantage.
boost dice, were.
1 advantage, 1 triumph. Nice.
But with a
How would you like to
triumph,
use your How would you like to use your advantage first?
Well, pass that along to an ally, as at least.
Yeah, so the tentacles
distracting the
really
creature.
throwing you off. I mean, you're distracting it. It's kind of going through, kind of bouncing off. It's like hide. You're thinking you could probably shoot it in the neck, but it's got no neck. And then what would you like to do with your triumph?
All right. Let's see. Let's one try. I'll upgrade the ability of my next ally of any allied characters. Next
Okay.
check, so the one to go next, basically.
Okay.
So they get a free upgrade as the creature is distracted.
So by trying to shoot it in the neck, it kind of just turns to you, kind of opening itself up to whoever wants to go next,
There we go.
which you'll get a free upgrade.
And a boost.
Upgraded check. And a boost die.
You can do it, my boy.
Who would like to do so? Lidiara, if you would like
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
Okay.
Go, Kitty K.
You said that. My kitten just attacked me right as you said that.
All right, so I've got a free upgrade and a free boost.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's adversary 1, so, and that's melee, so it's 1 red, 1 purple. I have my last setback from the fear check.
Mm-hmm.
Do I
And the
get
green is
any-
that green one is the free upgrade, right?
Yes.
It added that. Okay, cool.
Yep.
That pool looks good to me, man.
We double check the
big kitty cat claws coming in.
we double check
like-
the ambush predator is only.
Claws and fangs.
Yep. Okay.
I think it's
doesn't
just for that.
affect this.
I think the ambush.
It's only
predator
if
is
they
that
haven't
initial,
acted yet in the encounter.
that initial pounce.
So if I go before anyone, I get it.
That's nice.
My maneuver to
It's
concentrate.
basically quick strike.
It is. But my maneuver is to concentrate to keep my spell running,
Mhm.
and we will. Does that look good to you?
Yes, it sure does.
All right. We will attack, and
There
we
we go.
will hurt.
Yes, we will. So 10 damage
4
coming
success, 2 advantage, and a triumph.
in.
That's
Okay.
actually 11 damage because my damage is increased by 1. Or 3. My bad, 3. So it's actually 14. 13. 13.
Okay, so
Math right.
14 damage. So 14 damage.
No, he had
You-
it right.
13.
So
13
13
is the
damage. So 13 damage. Now, do you have any pierce? Did you say you had
No.
pierce?
No pierce.
No. Okay, so 13 damage minus that puts it at. Okay.
I will spend my 2 advantage to crit it with Vicious 3.
Ooh. Would you like to spend the triumph to make it vicious 4?
Yes.
Okay. Add 40% and drop a personal crit on the
How
thing.
do I add
Roll
40%
percent.
again?
Roll 100. Roll 100.
I think for the modifier.
Yeah, you
underneath
can. You can type in 40.
type. Yep. Type
Okay,
40
type in
for
plus
the modifier.
40, and then do
And then you'd see the personal crit, the red just drag that marker over onto the initiative actors on the combat tracker. That should do it.
Onto
We'll
the
see.
creature.
Onto the creature, the
Moon
moon
beast,
beast in the.
On his token there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Okay, 101.
Maimed.
Oh.
Mauled.
Maimed. Okay, maimed is
much.
one of the target's limbs selected by the GM. I'm gonna have the player select which limb.
Oh.
Cannot perform actions that would require the use of that limb. I would say
Yeah. And then all other
just
actions
grabbing one
gain-
of its arms makes perfect sense to me. One of them.
Yeah.
It won't be able to grab you. Won't be able to ensnare. I'll remove the ensnare quality.
Yeah, I will. Basically, I just chomp down and rip one of its
Tear.
arms off, or rip it really.
Well, you know what?
Like
You know,
tear the muscles in it, so it
Okay.
can't use that arm. That arm just falls limp.
yeah, like you know what? We'll just say that you just like it turns towards Zafalo, right? It turns to the left there, right? And its right arm is out, and you just bite like the bicep and the forearm, and just all of that just is ripped out, and that arm just goes limp, and there's really nothing it can do to close that arm because those muscles are now gone and they're in your mouth. Okay. Ouch. That hurt.
Yeah, and part of the main thing is also all other actions gain a setback until the critical injury is healed.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Although,
Yeah.
but at that point,
We've got one more guy to go, and
yeah,
I don't think I'm long for this plane of existence or world or
Probably
wherever
not.
the heck I am. Okay. Well
All
done,
right.
man. That was nasty. Go, kitty cat, go. Okay.
All right. I will be
Zeal.
unmuting myself. Am I muted?
Don't we
No.
hear you? Go ahead.
We hear
Okay,
you.
we hear you.
Good.
I got you.
All right. Then I see that, and I grin, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
step forward, and I toss my arms aside, so I'm not using my holy icon as an implement for this spell. I am using my chaste body as my implement for casting this spell,
Ooh, okay. I like
because my body is a temple. So therefore, it's the innate focus talent.
Okay.
Which allows me to focus a spell through my body. It's going to cost 1 extra strain to do it, but it's going to do extra damage.
So you put your weapons away, or your arms at your side, or do you
Yeah, they're
kind
just
of
at my
this?
side. So I'm
Okay.
negating the
Yeah,
use
yeah,
of my holy icon for the spell.
Yep.
And if you
But you're
want,
just
you could
kinda
even say I'm
standing there.
canceling out my defensive because I'm holding my sword in a non-defensive posture. So,
That sounds reasonable to me.
but I'm just stepping forward and I'm letting Tarhoon's light show through me.
Now, are you moving up to engage with it, or are you just kind of stepping up, just kind of
A foot,
stepping
nothing
in
further.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Just taking
Not
a
within
step
its
forward.
reach.
Yep, I gotcha. Okay.
So it will be another holy smite.
Sweet.
So, which means, okay, I am pretty sure. Okay, I get the free upgrade for my talents. I get the boost die from my special ability, my Guardian of the Night. I get both of those from that. The spell itself is only 2 difficulty.
Okay. Why don't you upgrade that a second time? I'm gonna spend a story point here because this
Oh,
seems
okay.
like quite a moment.
hmm
Okay, and armor.
None.
Okay. I will be aiming the spell. That's what the thrusting out of the chest is. It's aiming it at the beast.
Thrusting your countenance at it.
Yes. Yes.
That's what you want to call it.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
That's what they
I
call it
have
these
done-
days.
I believe I have done all that I can do.
That looks good. That's 4 yellow, 2
4 yellow,
blue.
2 blue versus 2 red.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
Oh, all nothing but positive.
So it's and it's plus 2 damage, so it's going to be 10 damage. However,
So
at
4
this point, I will
successes, 2
spend,
advantage. Go ahead.
I will spend my story point. My willpower is being poured into this for a lucky strike, increasing the damage from 10 to 14.
Yeah, you needed to. I'm so glad that you did that, because you would have been one short if you didn't. What does this look like, Tony?
So
As
the beast is, Lydiara rips its arm off. It leans back its head to roar in pain. And at that moment, I step forward. Lightning shoots down from the sky, hits my face, comes out through my chest, amplified, strikes the creature, sending it shattering into a million sparkling stars as it returns to its realm to warn other moon beasts in the future that you do not want to face against being mauled by tigers or the followers of Tarhun, because you will never become a war-raiding moon beast again.
nice. I like that.
So it's future tales. Basically, it's like Skyrim. The thing, it warns other moon beasts of.
No, you don't want to.
I used to have this arm till I got mauled by a tiger.
That's right.
I used to be an adventurer until.
Did I ever tell you how I lost my arm? However, these
tigers are done.
And,
don't go through that temple
with
door.
My 2 advantage, I'm going to. That lightning was refreshing enough to have caused me to regain my strain from previous castings.
All right.
I was thinking the strain where there's a little bit of moonlight shines as well on you, since you defeated a moon beast from the Temple of Spleen.
There's an echo of coming through the temple.
Right.
Awesome.
So I was able to use innate focus and lucky strike together in that. Yeah.
Nice. Well done. Wow. That was crazy good. Okay then. Well, the door is still open. The end of the encounter, if you guys wanted to make that cool discipline check to recover strain, as you have a quick moment to recover, to breathe. Zafalo, you got 1 and 1, so you could get 1 strain back. Fazil, you get 3 strain, make that 4 because you got 3 advantage there. You could spend 2 of those to get a 4th strain back.
I'd actually
And
like to
Lydiara?
give. I'd rather not use it for that. I'd rather give boost die to Lydiara.
Lydiara, go ahead and roll another boost die there. Go ahead and roll boost die there, Sean.
Oh.
And it comes up blank. That's okay. So you'll get 2 strain back, Lydiara. 1 for the success and 2 for the advantage there. So okay. So what would you guys want to do now? I see that you are calling for a time check. Is your intention to go through the moon door here?
Does it lead to another realm of existence?
It does.
I don't think my character would go.
You don't? Even though your mentor is potentially have gone through it. You're calling it quits here.
She may have gone through.
You're thinking she may have gone through. She may have been taken through.
I would like to close the door, discuss it with my friends, and go forward at a later time, as I need to commune with my God as to whether this is going to be allowed.
Okay, now here's what I'm gonna. So before we quit for the night, then this is a great stopping point. But let me give you the idea that I had for the elder rune. What is it called? The elder
sign.
An elder sign. So just thinking of, you know what it made me think of? Call of Cthulhu Pandemic, where you create the elder signs to close gates. Right now, I'm gonna say you could create an elder sign to close this gate permanently if you would like. And I'm going to say you have the capability to do it, right? So you may have the components, whatever it may be. We're going to say it's a ritual, may take a few hours to do. It is within your capability to close this permanently, creating an elder sign if you would like. Do you want to think about it, or would Fazil do that right now? If so,
yeah, he would honor her sacrifice and he would close it, close the
permanently.
portal, and
Okay.
seal it.
But you
But
don't
there's
want
two
to.
other people here.
Okay.
Yes. Do you
Well-
not want to rescue your mentor? I'm curious to know what is on the other side.
Because here's the thing. If you decide, if you want to shut it permanently, that's the end of the Secret of the Moon Door actual play.
I know.
If you don't,
You guys want to have
then-
one more session?
then we have
Some
one
really
more
good role
session.
play?
It's
We'll do
up
one
to
more
you
session.
guys. It's up
All right,
to
let's
you
do it.
guys. I'm willing to do whichever. You want to do one
Let's
more?
do it. Let's do
Do
it.
one
One
more?
more session, sure.
Okay.
Well,
So,
first of all, I it's built into the backstory that we as a group we trust each other.
Mhm.
So therefore, I would consult with my companions before sealing it. So I think we have to have another session to cover that.
Right.
Sounds good. Yeah, that works. But you will stay here. You won't go through
Oh,
and have
close
that
it.
discussion. You'll close it now, have the discussion, and then decide.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Then we will end it here.
Before we end it, once the creature is dead,
Yes.
Lydiara gives up concentration upon her spell and reverts back to her normal form, standing there at that pedestal before the portal, because there's that pedestal. If that's
Standing on
correct.
it, probably, right?
Yeah, because if I'm correct, there's a pedestal on the map there.
Yeah, it's an altar, a slight. Yeah,
She's
yeah,
standing
there's
upon that,
Mhm.
naked.
Ah! Quickly!
I
Someone grab her
slowly,
clothing.
yes. So Zafalo slowly brings her pack back, he's like, and hands her clothing slowly.
I turned my
there
back.
she is.
I turned my
There
back.
she
Good shit, guys. That's good shit.
Well done. Yeah, that's.
I guess the arrow of sling is gone. So
Unfortunately, it is just a one-time kind
That's okay.
of use. Well, you know what?
or if I rolled a triumph, maybe and kept it intact. But
You
no,
know what? I would
it's gone.
say if you would have rolled more advantage, maybe you
Yeah,
could have. Maybe it
maybe, but
might
no.
not have broke. But let me.
No.
We'll see. We'll see.
No. Well, I removed it, but anyway, it can
Sounds good.
always be added.
Okay.
No. All right.
Well, there we go. Well, let's go ahead and
Wrap
go
it
ahead
up.
and pause record, and we'll just wrap it up then. All right, everybody. Well, that was part 4 of Secret of the Moon Door for Primeval Thule, our actual play. And we'll see next time what Fazil and Zafalo and Lydiara decide to do, whether they seal the moon door permanently and leave the mentor on the other side, or do they go through? We'll see. But our next show in a couple weeks, we're going to be doing episode 91. We're going to be doing a Genesys Lite. How you would run Genesys and a light system, and for kids, I think, right? We're gonna
Yeah, new players.
new players
New-
for kids, yeah.
Yeah.
And
A listener suggested topic, actually.
oh, that's true. Do you have the name of that listener? We'll have it next time, for sure.
I will check. I know it was someone on Twitter, our Twitter account that I chatted with.
Right, and if you know who you are, thank you.
Yes, in advance, but we'll thank you officially next show.
Stefan will find it for you.
yeah.
Speaking of which, do we have any listener feedback there, Stefan, or saving it for next time, or?
None yet, and nothing recent. So hopefully by next time.
Hopefully.
All right. So, well, if you want to leave us some feedback, you can do so at findingthenarrativepodcast@gmail.com. We are available. The two of us are available on Finding the Narrative Facebook, Meta, or whatever it's called now. The Finding the Narrative on MeWe, we're there. We don't hang out there, but we're there. We receive notifications if people say anything.
Sure.
And of course, Twitter, which is where you can reach Stefan, have an intimate conversation with him.
Yep.
At FTN_Genesys. Recommend us to others at Finding the Narrative Podcast on Podbean, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, and I'm sure there's more.
I'm sure there is. Well, thanks for joining us again there, Sean.
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
Pleasure to have you, man.
Yeah, and on our MeWe page, actually, recently, Jeremy asked us if he could boost the signal for his looking for group. So he might be looking for players still. Reach out to him on MeWe.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks for having me. It's always a lot of fun to play. Any of the characters, I love to come up with fun characters for these to play. And it's always fun to somewhat annoy everybody else while I play them.
Just me. You always just want to annoy me. It's in
and
your
there's too much joy in doing it. Also, I'm your child. What else would I do besides annoy the living hell out of you?
Yeah, I know.
So I guess next session or next time we will have those suggestions how the kids can annoy their GM parents.
Yes.
If you
Right
would
on.
like to, Sean, if you'd like to give any suggestions, feel free.
Yeah,
I'm sure
send us
Tony
some
will
feedback.
send us some feedback.
No, that's not how AutoFire works.
Well, that's
Good
just
stuff.
Tony and I. That's just
Here's
Tony
the
and I
number
go
one
back
way
and forth.
to annoy whoever's DMing. Just question every single rule they come up with. Question every single one. There you go.
Well, that's actually crossing a line. You don't ever want to do that. That's just being a dick. I'm sorry. If you're going to question everyone, that's just being a dick.
Well, you asked for his feedback. You got it.
Well, that's within reason. Come on now, Sean.
The line's different for everybody. For you, it might be too much. For other people, it might not be.
Hey, I'm old. I can only see the line so far. Okay.
Yeah, I know you're old. I can see the gray.
It's Oh yeah. My kids say too.
And game mastering for us, he just gets more and more grays.
A little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. No, man, it was
All
a
right.
lot of fun. We won
Yes.
tonight. We
It
won
was-
tonight because everybody had fun.
Yes, we
My
did.
partners in crime, it was good to be back to recording. So
Yes, it was.
Absolutely. That was
on
fun.
that, let's tell a story and spends a story point.
And this is Stefan saying, dare to ask for those boost dice and more boost dice and more boost dice and pass them along.
And this is Chris saying, remember the rule of cool and have plenty of sharp-fanged halfling cannibals in your rituals because fuck all the goddamn lightning coming because you're going to need it. And you know what? Just have fun doing it. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast, is not affiliated with or endorsed by any companies mentioned on this show. Any of the products mentioned on our show or appear on our website are the property and copyright of their respective owners. All items are used under fair use and educational and review purposes. All other items are the intellectual property of Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast. Copyright
2021.
all rights reserved.